This is the story of Clifford Orji, Nigeria's first documented cannibal and ritualist, a man who went from a roadside trader to a figure of horror. Let me tell you about it. It all started in February 1999 under a flyover in the Oshodi area of Lagos. Back then, Oshodi was a chaotic hub, street hawkers, buses honking, people moving in every direction. But Clifford stood out. He wasn't just another trader trying to make a living. There was something unsettling about this man. Locals in the area had started noticing people disappearing, especially women and children. Rumors there going around about strange noises coming from Orji's makeshift shelter where he stayed under the bridge. People were claiming, was that a scream? They were not sure. Like, I heard a scream. I saw him behaving strangely. Rumors were going around. And people started believing that he was hiding something. In late February 1999, a terrified local ran to the police and told them, I think I saw Clifford Orji with a big knife and what looked like human remains. I'm not sure, but you guys need to check. When the police raided Orji's hideout, what they found was beyond horrifying. Under the bridge where he stays, let me list out what they found for you. They found fresh human body parts, limbs, organs, even heads. They found human bones. The thing is, some of the bones looked like somebody had been chewing on them. Ugh. They found large sums of cash in various denominations, and this money led investigators to believe that Orji was selling body parts for ritual purposes, because where else would he get so much money from? But that's not all. Witnesses claimed that Orji had been luring victims, usually women and children, with promises of food or help, only to abduct, kill, and mutilate them. Clifford Orji wasn't your typical criminal mastermind. He was just a man from Enugu State, and he had moved to Lagos claiming to be a trader, and he was selling food items like noodles. But his trade turned out to be far more sinister. It was dark. He wasn't selling anything like that. Reports suggest that Orji didn't just kill his victims. He ate their flesh. And not for survival, mind you. Allegedly, he believed that eating human flesh gave him power and wealth. Oh my God. Some even speculated he had powerful clients who bought body parts from him for ritual purposes. This wasn't just a local crime story, no. It was a nationwide scandal. Nigerians were horrified, and the media quickly dubbed Orji a cannibal and a ritualist. Orji was arrested and taken to the police station, where he quickly confessed to the crimes. But here's the thing. He didn't seem remorseful. He just didn't care. He smiled in most of his pictures. In fact, he reportedly told officers that he wasn't working alone. He claimed to have connections with wealthy and influential clients who paid him handsomely for body parts. Despite these claims, no one else was ever arrested in connection to this claim. Many believe this was due to corruption or fear of implicating powerful individuals. Now, you'd think a case like this would go to trial immediately because they want to put this man in jail quickly, right? Wrong. Clifford Orji spent over 13 years in detention at Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison in Lagos without a single court hearing. The justice system failed to prosecute him. There was no case, there was no court case, there was no closure. They were cited lack of evidence and his deteriorating mental health. I don't know what they mean by lack of evidence. They found heads, human parts, money, but he was acting really crazy. Speaking of his mental health, Orji's behavior in prison was bizarre. He reportedly exhibited signs of severe mental illness. He was talking to himself, he was screaming, he was claiming to hear voices. Sometimes he was violent. Some people speculated that this was an act to avoid prosecution, while others believed that his crimes had truly driven him mad. But the thing is, if he was trying to avoid prosecution, it worked. The thing was that he was in prison though, but there was no court case. Clifford's case came to an end on August 12, 2012, when he died in prison. According to prison officials, he had been ill for some time and he passed away from health complications. But his death left so many questions unanswered, like who were his clients? How many victims did he have? Why was the justice system unable or unwilling to bring him to trial? Were they protecting some people? Were some names going to come out and the corrupt justice system was covering for them? I don't know. To this day, Clifford Orji's case remains one of Nigeria's most chilling and bizarre true crime stories. This case wasn't just about one man. It symbolized the fear many Nigerians had about ritual killings and the dark underbelly of society. Clifford Orji became a cautionary tale, a name that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who heard it. Like me. I remember his story and I just, no. Oh my gosh. But here's the thing, for all the horror, the case also exposed glaring flaws in the justice system. Like, it highlighted the need for better mental health care for inmates. Why didn't he have a trial? That was never answered. Yeah. So that's the story of Clifford Orji, a man whose crimes left a scar on Nigeria's collective memory. What do you think? Was he truly insane, or was his mental illness just a convenient excuse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I think he was a bit insane, because keeping up the act of being crazy for 13 years in jail is very difficult. Either that or he was like the best actor. Either way, I don't know. Bye.